Hey everyone, this lecture is for week 5. Just give me a minute. Sorry. And I'm just going to do a quick overview. And I also have, if you hear background noise, I have my youngest with me. And I have her here. I waited for her to wake up because I want to go over real quick object permanence. The videos in the course aren't working for that, and so I wanted to use my 7-month-old as a great example and just go a little bit over what she's done. Okay, so we'll get to her in just a minute, but real quick for week 5, you have the same typical assignments that are due. So you're going to scroll here under week 5. Once again, this is showing for section 6 right here, but it's the same for section 8. So you have the questions and conversations board. I appreciate the students who are using that. Don't be afraid if you post something there to also email me. But I do check it every day. So I will be able to answer questions there. So there's the learning objectives, but here's where we're going to start. Sensorimotor intelligence. You're going to be watching these videos here and reading the pages in the textbook and answering some questions on the reflective journal. Now it says here the videos don't work, so skip these, and they truly don't work. So don't try any different browsers or anything, just skip them. But what these are showing is different ages of development during the first year and whether a child has achieved them or not. And so I'm going to show real quick object permanence. We'll see if my daughter cooperates here. So right now she is playing with this baby monitor that she really, my son's sleeping up in his room. And so she likes it, I think because of the lights. It's typically what she goes after. But she is 7 months old. Yes, 7 months. So if I take it away, see if I can show you this, and cover it up with a blanket. Come on. Hi. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Gemma? Okay. Gemma. Is it right here? Right there? Where'd it go? Okay. So, and hopefully you could see a little bit, I didn't zoom in too much to her. So you can tell when I took it away and hid it, that she sort of just looked around. She wasn't upset. She wasn't looking underneath I hid it under a blanket. She wasn't looking for it. Now, Gemma's also a pretty laid back personality. So I don't know as she develops if she would really fight for it or go after it. She's also not mobile yet. But Gemma is close, from my professional opinion, she's close to object permanence. And I say that because while she doesn't go for an object yet, she does have some separation anxiety already. If I set her down and walk away and the door closes, or she can't see me anymore or hear me, she cries, almost always. Whereas if she can see me, then and I set her down and I just walk around the room or something and she can locate me, she's fine. And so I think she's on the brink of achieving object permanence. Now, as she gets to crawling, if she could crawl, I don't know if she would try and lift up the blanket. She did not seem interested. But that's an easy way to check, is to take an object that they're playing with, put it under a blanket or behind your back, and if they go after it, meaning that they're, looking around, or that they're trying to peek, or that they're really sad that the object is taken, that shows that they remember that object exists, and then it's no longer there. So, and I explained that a little bit in the check-in video last week, but if I had my 2-year-old or my 5-year-old, automatically they would know to look on, they would think I was ridiculous for asking them where it went, because it's such a simple answer to them. So I would suspect in the next month or so that Gemma will, what we would say, will achieve object permanence, or that developmental milestone. And if she does, I'll maybe add her to the video. She's a good participant for me. But that takes the place of the object permanence. You don't need to worry about going back to last week and answering the question. Don't worry about that. But that is an important step to know about child development. All right, so we'll keep moving forward here. There's information processing. There's some, if you scroll down, there's some videos. Once again, the transcripts are not working. BYU Idaho is working really hard on it. There's a glitch in the technical system. So watch the videos for now. There's some more information about communication, language development. Very interesting milestone that happens typically during the second year of a child's life. We see the first word or so, sometimes around 10 months, if it's dada, mama. But then beyond that, probably typically around 15 months. My daughter was an early talker. By 18 months, she was putting sentences together. My son was not. He'll be 3 in January, and he speaks in sentences now. He tells very random stories. If you're not there with him, you have no idea what he's talking about. And other people can't understand him. My husband, and actually his older sister can understand him the best. So some words are harder to understand. But like I said, he'll be almost 3. He's 3 months shy of turning 3. And so it's very different. But there are certain milestones that this book or this chapter will discuss of at what point would we become nervous or seek early intervention for a child. For example, if they're at 2 and they're not putting 2 words together yet, and for anyone in any environment, then we would be concerned. And there's different milestones that you'll learn about there. But remember, with all of this, each child's different. That's why there's always a broad spectrum of age for each one. You'll complete the reading check, and then we get into the assignments for the week. So this week you have the reflective journal right here, the Dear Abby letters, observations and development, a reading check that was on the previous page, and the discussion board we're going to finish up. So you're going to download this document. I will warn you, there's the same question listed twice. So I think there's 5 questions listed, but really there's only 4 because 1 question doubled up. So answer those, and then there's the Dear Abby letters. I'm asking you to respond to both of them, as always. Again, there's one about language, and then some about memory that you'll be learning about and can apply to that situation. Then the observations and development assignment. I want to go over this a little bit with you. It was taking a moment to load because there's quite a few videos embedded. So just give it a moment. Make sure she's not. Okay, so you're downloading this document, and when it pulls up, it's going to have 2 charts or 2 graphs to fill out right here, these motor milestones and learning language, and then 2 open-ended questions. However, on the website, they're listed backwards. So you're using this attachment video right here about the strange situation. Mary Ainsworth this study or this theory is very prevalent in child development. She placed children in strange situations and then studied how they reacted to that. So it's a fairly pivotal study in child development. Definitely Mary Ainsworth is a big name in the field, but you're going to be watching that and then discussing what aspects of relationships need to be encouraged for secure attachment. And then there's a video on building positive relationships right here. And this video corresponds with this last question about childcare and what you would look for a quality childcare facility. Then starts the milestone videos. So you'll see motor milestones right here, and then clip 1, clip 2 with right underneath each one. You're going to watch them and then estimate how old that child is based on the information you read in the textbook. Now, I said earlier, there's always a range. My first daughter didn't sit up until she was 8 months old. My son sat up when he was 4 months old, and Gemma is 7 months old, and she's been sitting up like this for about a month now. So sitting up can happen as early as 4 and as late as 8 or 9. It really depends on the child. So when I'm asking for an estimated age, I accept it within a range. So if you want to put 10 months for walking, or if you want to put 15 months for walking, both of those are acceptable. Now, if you're going to put 2 years old for walking, I'm going to question that answer. But just as long as you're within the ballpark. But each of these clips corresponds with that. And then as you scroll down, you'll see it change. So clip 7 is the last motor milestone, and then clip 1 begins the language. And you'll scroll through their different language skills, and there's 8 of them. And then there's another video embedded for the strange situation, apparently, but you can use the first one as well. So there's that information, and there's the language side of it right here. Okay, and then the discussion board. What you're going to be doing this week is you should have made 2 initial posts last week. And so this week you're responding to 2 peers. So just comment on 2 other people's discussion posts, have a conversation about the topic, agree, disagree, points that you feel they could have made, things like that. This isn't grading, this isn't criticizing, it's simply having a conversation as if we were in a classroom setting. If you are in one of the groups that presented last week, then your responsibility is to follow up with people that ask questions in your group, and get those answers, or give your best guess. I will also be in there monitoring and answering any questions this week that came up. Gemma's going to come join us quick. Okay. Okay, and then lastly, there is a mid-semester instructor feedback. I believe this will either become available at a certain point, or you receive an email. And as an instructor, I don't know how it comes to you, but either way, it's not required, but we do ask that you support us in providing that feedback so we can improve on the second half of the semester. If there's any additional concerns that you have that you want to discuss personally with me, I would love to talk to you and meet with you. Also, I recommend that you check your grades. I try really hard to stay on top of everything, but if I skip something or if you're questioning a grade, please email me now rather than waiting till the last day of the semester. And I'm happy to look over that and explain it or fix it if I made a mistake, and get that all worked out for you. As always, so that wraps up the week. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I do want to say I am traveling Thursday, October 18th through the following Tuesday, next Tuesday, the 23rd, with my kids. But I will have access to email and to iLearn and to everything, aside from when I'm on the airplane. So if you have questions or concerns, just know that I'll be present. But if there's an immediate need, like if you email me, I'll probably check it every night. So if you need an answer before that night, just call me or text me. I'll have my phone with me, and my number is listed on iLearn as well. Good luck, everyone. I look forward to seeing your assignments, and I'll check in later this week.